Hey, Dan Coachimilio here with NorCal Sports Network the day after Christmas, and we get into a little video and update with Corbin Burnes. First of all, hope all of you had a wonderful Merry Christmas and whatever you celebrate, cheers. And this is on the Giants today and Corbin Burnes. Before we get into this, let us thank our sponsor of this video, Chapman Law Group. Give a call to Chapman Law Group. You can check them out in the description of this video. And if everybody would give a like and subscribe to this video, it really does help out the channel. As you put more likes out there, it distributes it out there to more people, and we really do appreciate that. So, Corbin Burnes, what's going on? I don't know. This is taking forever, but Giants fans are going to have to be patient. Now, this video today, I'm going to be talking about the Giants ownership group and kind of coming down on them a little bit for not being serious about competing. I don't know how you think you can compete without signing Corbin Burnes. My guess is the offer to Burnes is maybe 5 years. Maybe they don't want to go more than that. I get it. Giants have had a history of signing pitchers to long-term deals that didn't go well. Barry Zito, 7-year deal, even though he did pitch one of the most memorable games in history of the San Francisco Giants, beating the St. Louis Cardinals back in 2012 when the Giants were down 3-1. And he pretty much saved the Giants. So in that situation, hey, I'll take it. I'm a fan. I don't really care what the owners have to pay. Just want to win. As Al Davis used to say, just win, baby. Just win. So Barry Zito, that didn't work out for the Giants. And then in the 2016 season, they signed Johnny Cueto and Jeff Samardzija, each to 5-year deals. And I believe with Cueto, there was an option for maybe a 6-year, if I recall, and he elected that option. So they were kind of stuck with Johnny for a while as his career started to kind of go take a downward descent. And that left a sour taste, I think, in Giants ownership's mouth. I think the whole thing with these pitchers these days, look, if you're going to own a major league franchise and you want to compete and you're the 5th largest market in all of baseball, you better be in this to spend money. Otherwise, you're in the wrong business. If you want to just stay in the real estate business, maybe you want to keep your real estate and sell the team itself and the stadium and keep your Mission Rock project. But the Giants, if they want to compete going forward, they need pitching. They lost Blake Snell. They have one reliable pitcher in Logan Webb. And when I say reliable, I don't mean that the other pitchers are not talented and can't, have productive seasons. But when you look at the San Francisco Giants pitching staff, there is only one proven starter, and that's Logan Webb. Number 2, you could look to Robbie Ray. Well, he's proven in the past, but he hasn't pitched well since the 21 season because he missed most of the he missed all of the 22 season, I think, except for the first month. And then he came back or maybe I got that wrong. He missed, maybe it was the 23 season he missed most of. But look, he's been injured, comes off Tommy John, pitches a little bit last year, so shows some effectiveness, and then he gets hurt again. So you really can't count on Robbie Ray because you don't know where he's at. So that's number 2. The third pitcher in line would be, let's call it Kyle Harrison. Kyle Harrison, lots of potential, really high on this kid when he came up. I'm hoping he can pull it out. He's from my hometown. Pitched at De La Salle High School in Concord, California. Actually, I think he's from Danville, but he went to high school in Concord at De La Salle High School. So I'm pulling hard for Kyle. Great kid and loads of potential. Can he put it together? Again, this is not a knock on Kyle Harrison. This is just to say that the pitching staff is unproven. Number 4, you could look to Jordan Hicks. Jordan Hicks, great arm, looks fantastic in the bullpen when he was with St. Louis and then went to Toronto in a trade and pitched well there. Signs in the offseason a year ago and signs as a starter, 4-year deal, $44 million. I said at the time that I like Hicks. I like him in the bullpen. I don't think he's a long-term starter because I don't know if his arm can handle it. And then one of the things was that I was concerned with last year is that he would pitch too much and then possibly get injured. That's exactly what happened. Now they're going to run it back and they're going to put Hicks back in the starting rotation. Not proven though. Talent, yes. The 5th starter, and you can move him to 3rd, 4th, 5th, whatever, but Hayden Birdsong is another potential really good starter, good stuff, like his makeup. But again, he was a rookie last year and only pitched part of the season. Unproven. So if you're ready to compete in 25, if you want to compete, you're going to need a proven starter. And who else is none better than Corbin Burnes out there? Corbin Burnes is a Cy Young type pitcher. He's won the Cy Young. Nasty stuff. And he's starting to pitch more to contact now. He was a big strikeout pitcher, and those numbers have dropped year over year, but he's still very, very effective. Now, the hang-up may be what happened with Max Fried and the Yankees, 8 years. If Scott Boras is asking for 8 years, that's a difficult dilemma. And I think that's what the holdup is. I really do. I think the holdup in this whole contract process is I don't think anybody wants to give an 8-year deal. The Yankees were willing to do it. Look, the Yankees are loaded. And so are the Giants for that matter. Okay. The San Francisco Giants are absolutely loaded. And I'm going to show you spot tracks here. Major League Baseball team salary payroll tracker. Take a look. Number 1, total payroll, $252 million for the Yankees at 1. Then the Phillies, Dodgers, Mets, Atlanta. Look at the top 5. What do they all have in common, guys? They all made the playoffs last year. 6, Texas did not, but I picture them being back. Houston made the playoffs. The Angels did not. San Diego did, and then Boston did not. So 7 of the top 10 made the playoffs. You find the Giants there, $134 million, and that is almost half of what is at the top. Now, if we look at another statistic with teams in payroll, take a look at what did I want to see here? Was it multi-year cash? Yeah, look at the next few years, okay? The Giants, as every team, they drop because salaries fall off each year. But the Giants are 11th, 12th in that pack. Look, you're the 5th largest market in terms of revenue. We don't expect you to keep up with Steve Cohen and the Mets and Steinbrenner, the Yankees, and the Dodgers payroll. But look, be consistent. Go ahead, and if you're 5th in revenue and you're making profits and you have all that money in Mission Rock, put some of that money out. Look, if you don't want to compete, just tell us. Just tell us you don't want to spend the money because you want to break even, as you slipped out and said a year ago, Greg Johnson, and then you tried to retract it and said, oh, okay, we're willing to go over if necessary and in certain situations. Well, you went over last year because you signed Jorge Soler and you signed a few others and you said, okay, we're going to go over. Now you dip back under. Okay, I understand you want to dip back under and stay under and then reset for your CBT. You can still sign Burnes and reset and stay under. You can also trade guys like Yaz and save $9 million. Don't know why you signed Yaz in the first place. We've seen Yaz for 7 full seasons. Now we're going to make it an 8th. He's going to be turning 35 at some point during the 25 season. What are we expecting different from Yaz? We've seen enough of this game over and over again. Giants, get out and sign Corbin Burnes, trade Yaz, trade a couple other pieces, go get another bat, trade for Luis Arias, get some things going. Look, it's not going to cost you a ton to go get Arias. He's going to be a free agent after next year. If you're trying to compete, compete. If you're not, just tell us what the plan is, that this is a 2-3 year rebuild or whatever, and that you're building it slowly. But to sit and do nothing and not sign Corbin Burnes and let the rest of the market get away from you, I don't think it's a recipe for a successful season coming in 2025. Look, even if you sign Corbin Burnes, you're probably still not a playoff team because you lost Blake Snell. Corbin Burnes, better than Blake Snell. But if you look at WAR, it was like 3.4 for Burnes last year and 2.1 for Snell. So that's just over one game improvement. Now you got Willy Adames in the fold. That helps. That gives you about 3 games of improvement. So you sign Burnes, you're looking at maybe 4 games WAR better. That's not enough to get into the playoffs when you only won 80 games last year. You're going to have to win closer to 90. Can the Giants improve by 10 games? I think they can if they make certain moves. We'll see what they do. But this is something the Giants need to be communicating, that they are looking to compete. I don't know if that's what they're trying to do. We see it with other teams. The Dodgers have been bold, making moves. The Diamondbacks, they lose out on Christian Walker. Less than 24 hours later, they're trading for Josh Naylor from Cleveland. Teams that are serious about doing things to win are making moves. We'll see what the Giants do, but they're going to need to sign Corbin Burnes. Hearing it's down to Toronto and the Giants, I think there might be another team that could even pop up into this. I don't know. Does Burnes end up signing a short-term higher AAV deal? Maybe somebody signs Burnes to that wants to possibly win a championship. Maybe they sign him to a 2-year deal with an opt-out after the first year. Maybe they give him $80 million, $40 million a year for 2 years and allows him to opt out after year 1 if he has a great season. And then maybe he pops back into the market, signs a shorter term deal like Blake Snell did, maybe gets a 5-year closer to $200 million, kind of like what Blake Snell did. And then he gets his contract that he was really looking for. I think Burnes, we're hearing, is looking for $245 million, whether that's 6 years or 8 years. I think the key is he wants to get close to $250 million contract. We'll see what happens. Wouldn't shock me to see some team jump in, give him a shorter term deal, higher AAV. So, and I understand the Giants don't want to do that. They don't want to give rentals. They don't want to have a Blake Snell situation. I think if the Giants can get a deal where they get Burnes, maybe the opt-outs after year 3. If you can settle for something like that instead of 2 years, at least you get him for 3 full years. I would be okay with that because after 3 years, Burnes might start maybe starting to break down. I don't know. But we'll see what happens, guys. Giants, Corbin Burnes, does he sign? When does he sign? We'll find out. I don't think it goes into too late of January. I think this deal, December 26th here today, I think this deal probably gets done. My guess would be no later than January 15th. If it goes beyond that, I think Burnes is going to get a short-term deal. I don't see a long-term deal if it goes past the 15th of January. I could be wrong. We'll find out. Guys, thanks for watching. Really do appreciate you watching these videos. Please like and subscribe again. It means a lot. Give us your comments down below in the comments section here of YouTube. Tell us what you think. Where's Burnes going? Do the Giants sign him to a long-term deal? Do they go 7, 8 years? or would you only keep it a shorter term? Let us know what you think. We'll catch you on the next video. Thanks for watching, everybody. Take care.